Hi guys, it's Mr. Fed. Welcome back to the channel. I am back in the man cave, and yes, I am going sober for October. Now, since I turned 40, maybe a little bit before, I have been doing sober for October and dry January quite regularly, just because those months seem really convenient months for me to do, and they're also achievable months. And I quite actually like having the break at those times of the year away from the sort of alcohol. So throughout October, I'll probably post a few videos about some of the non-alcoholic spirits, beers and ciders that I'll be trying out. And I thought today that we would start with a heavy hitter, because I've managed to get my hands on a bottle of alcohol-free whiskey. Now, I have never seen alcohol-free whiskey in a supermarket. I have never seen it in Sainsbury's, Asda, Tesco's. Normally they have alcohol-free rum, they have alcohol-free tequila, they have alcohol-free gin, but I've never seen alcohol-free whiskey. I actually had to purchase this off a website called Alcohol Free Drinks, which is a family-run business up in Derby. I will post a link to the website in the description below, because they have an absolutely incredible selection of alcohol-free drinks if that's your thing. Now, I am a huge whiskey fan. When I turned 40 as well, I also made the decision that I wasn't going to have whiskey in the house anymore, because I've proven to myself time and time again that I just simply can't be trusted with it. I like it too much. I'm not a pretentious snob about whiskey or anything like that. I'm very much a grab a bottle of grouse off the top shelf and sit down, watch a movie. The problem is I'll just quaff the whole bottle, and if I don't drink it all in one night, then I'll probably finish it off the night after. If I ever do treat myself to a bit of whiskey, then I just stick to half bottles. If I buy a half bottle, then I can't drink more than a half bottle. But in order to get me through sober for October, I thought, well, whiskey's a really pleasant drink for me, and I'd need something a little bit more adult other than orange squash and Diet Coke to get me through the month. So I thought I'll try this. Now, I've never tried it before. I've never tried alcohol-free whiskey before, so this is going to be a new thing for me. So without further ado, I think we've had enough talking. I think it's time to get to the drinking. I've got out my favourite tumbler glass for the occasion. This is a whiskey glass that my stepdaughter got me, I think, for Christmas or my birthday. I can't remember which, but I love that pewter stamp on it, which has the initial M on it for my first name, Mr. So without further ado, let's get this whiskey in this glass and let's see what we think about it. Okay guys, welcome back. So, quick pause in proceedings when I poured my whiskey. It's, I can't even pronounce the name. We'll just call it a West Coast blend. It's from Scotland. And, the Scottish, they know what they're doing with their whiskey, right? Yeah, so I think we're in good hands. I mean, the first thing to say is it looks like whiskey, which is good. And if you give it a smell, it smells like whiskey as well. I mean, there's definitely some smoky sort of aged, sort of sherry barrel type smell to it. Anyway, in the tasting notes, it says it's got kind of a caramel finish and a tinge of grapefruit. So without further ado, never had alcohol-free whiskey before. Let's get right into it. See what it's all about. How bizarre! I mean, it definitely tastes like whiskey without that kind of warming alcohol feeling that you get from normal whiskey. It's very mild, but it's definitely a whiskey. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it another go. I mean, that's not terrible, to be honest. It's a little bit like whiskey flavoured water. There's definitely no alcohol in it. I mean, you can tell that you don't get the whiskey burn, you don't get that whiskey warmth in your belly as well, Um, but, I mean, it definitely feels like, I'm having a proper drink, but I don't know if it's fooling my brain as much as an alcohol-free beer or an alcohol-free cider others. But certainly, if I wanted to abstain from whiskey and I wanted a little night cap before I went to bed, this is okay. This is not terrible. This is not as bad as I thought it would be. There's definitely something coming back as well, like a kind of a sweet finish as well. If you know, it's going to be. I mean, I could down that quite easily. I could probably swig this out of the bottle quite easily because you know. But I've got to try and, because going sober for October is all about kind of making an effort. So I need to make an effort in order to adjust my brain to treat it as if I'm drinking a whiskey. So it's pleasant. It's very, very pleasant. Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, I do like that. As an alcohol-free alternative to whiskey, that, I mean, you're not going to go far wrong with that. That is a pleasant drink. I mean, I would give that on a scale of 10 because the scale of 10 is something that we can all kind of go by. I'll put that quite comfortably at a 7, maybe a 7.5. Would I buy it again? I think I would. Yeah, I think I would. I mean, they have, this is one brand of this particular whiskey, and it's caramel kind of grapefruit type whiskey, but they do have other types of whiskey on there, and I saw one which has a peppery, spicy ginger kind of aftertaste, which I think might be more my thing. But certainly, as a first go on alcohol-free whiskey, this has not put me off. So I paid £20 for the bottle of whiskey, and I think I paid about £4 or £5 postage and packaging. I ordered it one day, and the next day it arrived. You know, a parcel arrived at my front door, so it was only like a 1 day delivery. But yeah, so colour me impressed. I mean, I thought it'd be terrible. I thought I'd be tipping this down the sink, to be honest. But no, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to drink it, and I'm going to enjoy it. So yeah, about 7.5 out of 10 for me. It's from a website called Alcohol Free Drinks. There's other whiskies and other spirits, beers and ciders available as well. You know, I will continue to make some more kind of sober for October videos throughout the month of October. And I will see you in the next one.